make a change. Here we go. We keep doing this. Hey, it's who do I got? Oh, we got Shroom Day. Man, I'm glad to see you in the live, bud. I don't expect to see you in live every week because I know your schedule and I know what you got going on personally with the family and stuff. So it's like you showing up, I almost feel like I should just kick you off so you can go tend to your life. But no, I do appreciate you being here, joining me tonight. Thank you. See who else decides to drop in, swing over here. I don't need these on my heads. Got my cigar, got my coffee. I'm going decaf tonight. I just needed something warm to drink, and coffee sounded delicious. What did you think? I know it's just me and you at the moment. Oh, you had to step out for a bit, I see. Okay, well, hey, welcome anybody. We'll sit here a minute. Let me sip on the coffee. Pull on the cigar for a second. Remember, this is not a kids channel. We're talking about mushrooms while I'm smoking and drinking. Granted, I'm only smoking and drinking legal activity here. All right. And it's a cold one here in PA. And as we do, we got rules here for this live chat. I like to see the thumbs up match the number of people here. So if you're joining, hit that thumb up button. Help this reach other people so we can talk about the church of Psilomethoxin. We can talk about this compound. By the way, some things I spoke about in the video, if you caught that, you heard me say something about Psilomethoxin may not even be a real molecule. Well, it is a real molecule. They synthesized it back in like 1965 using vanilla orchids, where we get vanilla from, right? They took vanillin, orthovanillin, as the starter compound and built it into Psilomethoxin. But engineering a molecule in the lab is not the same thing as a fungus or even us synthesizing a molecule in our bodies using enzymes. So different processes here. And somebody mentioned in the live chat in the video premiere of whether anybody has done any kind of like chromatography or spectrometry, rather, we'll say. And the answer is yes. And the lab results, I looked at the charts, and as far as finding Psilomethoxin, no, they didn't find any Psilomethoxin in the magic mushroom samples that they tested. Now the church argues, and they say that by faith they believe that this compound is inside these mushrooms. They just know it by faith, but they have no scientific proof. But they claim that it's possible that the institute, what was it called again? I don't even remember the name of it, but I said it in the video. But anyway, that institute, they're claiming that they may have used faulty samples and therefore they didn't get the results that they should have got. I claim bullcrap, obviously, if you saw the video. But shoot your questions my way. What's your thoughts on a church doing something like this? The fact that to me, this is my thought, but the fact that they're adding 5-MeO-DMT to mushroom substrate and then just saying without science backing it up, just claiming that there's a new compound in these things and then they're giving them out to people, right? I think that's dangerous, to say the least. And this is coming from someone who supports the psychedelic movement. This is coming from somebody who believes in freedom of mind and freedom of individual expression. All that being said, they're gonna end up screwing it up for folks. If somebody has a bad time or a bad experience and they're doing it willy-nilly, it could cause problems for the community at large. If you're going to be doing something that's in a gray area, right, you ought to be doing it with safety as a foundation, because you're already walking a tightrope, so to say, legally. So you got to quit playing around. Just say that you're giving out magic mushrooms to these people. Sorry, I'm going to get a little aggravated about the idea that they're doing this stuff. And mind you, let me just say this before I just start shiitaking all over this church, because folks are having their lives changed to the better, or for the better. Positive change is happening in what's purported to be thousands of people, I guess. I just think that their experiences, these positive experiences they're having, are positive experiences they're having on regular magic mushrooms, not on some Psilomethoxin compound that they claim that the mushrooms are manufacturing. Hey, if you're jumping into this live feed and you don't even know what the heck I'm talking about, I do welcome you to go check out my video I just premiered tonight at 9 Eastern on Psilomethoxin and a church that's administering magic mushrooms that they claim have this novel tryptamine psychedelic compound in them that's created through the metabolism of 5-MeO-DMT by magic mushroom mycelium. That's what they're claiming. That if they feed this toad venom extract, they call it like a, what did they use? I read an article. It was a type of, they gave it a name, like a type of salt, because it's a powder, right? It's a white crystalline powder they're sprinkling into water that they then soak the substrate in. Because when you're growing mushrooms, you have to have water. There's a field capacity to that substrate. So the mushrooms will then, or so the mycelium can then grow. It can't be too dry. It needs to be wet. But the water that they give them is special water. It has the 5-MeO-DMT added to it. Well, I think they're wasting their time. That's my thoughts. And the scientific research so far is backing what I'm saying. Not that I'm anything, but it's showing that when they tested the magic mushrooms, the only tryptamine compounds that they were finding was psilocybin and psilocin, the ones you find in magic mushrooms. So I feel like they've orchestrated this whole little thing, even to the point where they're adding toad venom in it. They're under this false impression that they're creating new compounds in these mushrooms, and they're really not. So, hey, who else is in here? Any comments, guys? We're out here. I'm not in the middle of nowhere, PA. I'm actually at Sheets, because Sheets happens. This is Mr. Jeff. We're talking magic mushrooms. We're talking about the Church of Psilomethoxin. But hey, let this be a chat, a dialogue. So leave me some comments so I can shoot some answers or questions back at you guys. I do see I got 4 here in the chat with me. Shoot, at worst, leave a comment saying where you're from. Maybe you're from Pennsylvania. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're from another state or even another country. I think it's so cool that I have a global audience. I was telling somebody today that there's folks in India and China watching my channel. And then I had someone leave a comment today from Newfoundland, Canada, which this person is a regular commenter too. Got to give a shout out to Silver Leapers up there in Newfoundland. So I think it's really cool that I got a global audience with this whole thing. We're at 1,554 subscribers last I checked. Still growing. If you're jumping in the live feed and you haven't subscribed to the channel, you want to be a part of a crazy mushroom guy's mushroom channel, hop in here, subscribe. But that being said, I know Shroom Day had to step out for a minute, I think. Oh, he said he'll be with me in just a few minutes. Yeah, I guess he might be back. But anybody else want to jump in the comments, come on in. Have you ever used magic mushrooms? What's your experience, if you're willing to share? Do you know anything about 5-MeO-DMT, 5-methoxydimethyltryptamine? The active compound in the Sonoran toad venom, or the Colorado River toad, or whatever. I think there's actually a couple different species that contain it, but was it Bufo alvaris? But I think they changed it. It's no longer in the Bufo genus, so it's a totally different name of it now. But if you looked up Bufo, you'd find it. So, but at this point, I'm just monologuing, talking to myself, guys. So please leave a comment or a question. I'd love to chat with you guys. What do you think of my beard? I mean, anything. Yes, we're out here sipping decaf coffees, smoking cigar. I gotta relight it. It didn't stay lit. Hold on. All right. Still says I got 5 in the chat. What are you guys? You guys are lurkers? Come on. Let me know who's here. Show yourself. Let me see here. Can't even get a cigar to light. Got to get that torch action on this thing. There we go. Do I still got Shroom Day at least? Is he back already? Come on back, Shroom Day. We miss you. I'm surprised Chubby Hubby didn't show up yet. Is my chat froze? I hope my chat ain't froze, guys. Can you guys see me? Let me see if I can unfreeze this thing. Let me see here. Hey, I'm back. Am I here? It says I'm live again. Hopefully I'm connected.